When I was in grade 5, my family and I took a trip to the US. We had planned a weekend to stay in Cape Canaveral and visit NASA. On the Saturday morning, our receptionist told us that a rocket launch had been planned for that evening. But I was distraught when the rocket launch got delayed due to poor weather conditions. The next morning, when we were checking out, our receptionist told us again that the rocket launch had been scheduled for that night. But I was heartbroken because we had to go to Orlando that day, and my parents didn't know the route, so they wanted to leave during the day. I couldn't give up on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I was convinced that seeing this rocket launch wasn't a coincidence, and I had to convince my parents. And it made me wonder if this moment was meant for me. That was the moment of takeoff. It was so bright, I thought the sun was rising, but it was the rockets igniting, shooting bright flames out behind them. That moment was indescribable, and I don't think a camera could capture the beauty of that sight. When I saw the rockets soar into the dark night, it was so beautiful. Hearing the sound barrier being broken was incredible, and it was then that I felt the roar of the engines rumble through my body. That moment was life-changing. After investigation, I found out that the rocket launch was for SpaceX's first reusable rockets, and the owner was Elon Musk, an ex-South African, just like me. It was then that I felt that rocket launch was meant for me. Having that experience showed me how small I was, and it left me awestruck. It changed my life and made me realize how wonderful our world is. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground." Even just looking up at the stars at night can make you wonder and realize how small we are in a vast, wonderful universe. Wonder is amazement that is caused by something beautiful or remarkable. However, wonder is also feeling curious and wanting to know something. Every world-changing invention started with wonder. Take the Wright brothers, for example. Ever since the early stages of human existence, man has wondered how to soar through the clouds like the birds high above them. The Wright brothers made the wonder of human flight possible by inventing the first powered aircraft. The invention of the aeroplane all started by wondering how we could fly. It all started with one curious question: how do I do that? Wonder inspired the invention of the airplane, and that changed the world. So what would you do if you could change the world right now? You could say that this is a hypothetical question, and you may be wondering why your answer is so important. How could you possibly achieve any of your goals? How could you turn your answers into reality? Bernadette Russell says in her book, The Little Book of Wonder, that experiencing a feeling of wonder promotes positive thinking, encourages creativity, and can help you feel connected to the world around you. She also mentions that when we become aware of how wonderful our world is, we are more likely to want to take care of it. When we realize just how precious our world is, we can make a difference, whether it's inventing something that will change everyone's lives forever, or even starting with a curious question. When you expose yourself to something that inspires you, you'll feel the awesome feeling that is wonder. I always wondered how Elon Musk thought of the idea of reusable rockets, and now I know that he knew how precious our world is, and he wanted to make a difference. The problem is, we get so caught up in our daily lives, with schoolwork and all, that we don't even get a chance to wonder or experience wonder. So what do we do now? Well, here are 2 seemingly simple steps that I came up with that can help you experience wonder. Step 1, get out of your comfort zone. You've probably heard this one a few times before, but it's true. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the more you will gain. This means doing something that you're scared of and asking yourself, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? If you have an idea that is worth sharing, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and share it. because it might just change the world. And step 2, just like children, ask questions. The reason children are so much better than us at experiencing wonder is because they don't know as much as we do. So every time they see something new that interests them, they are quick to ask questions. So the next time you see something that you don't know about, don't hesitate to ask questions and be curious. The outcome will be great. I also recommend reading The Little Book of Wonder by Bernadette Russell. She has a lot of helpful exercises that can help you experience wonder. You see, the sooner you wonder, the sooner you will come up with a world-changing idea, even if the idea only changes your world. So I encourage everyone to step out of your comfort zone and experience the wonderful world around you. Ask questions, share your ideas, and be curious. The Wright brothers wondered how they could achieve human flight, and Elon Musk wondered how he could help the world. What will you wonder about? Thank you.